Jump cuts. They happen to the best of us. So Boris FX invented the jump cut fixer ML, and it uses artificial intelligence as a way to mend together cuts so that it looks like there was no cutting at all. I'm Zak Ciotti for Boris FX, and let me show you exactly where you should and shouldn't use the Jump Cut Fixer ML. To start us off, let's take a look at this one right here. He's talking while adjusting his glasses. The hesitation looks unprofessional. So I've marked right here where I want to begin the cut. He's got a very neutral look on his face. His head is tilted to his left, our right. If I go past this, his head comes back over to our left, his right. But then he tilts his head right here. So let's make some cuts. If we look at where the cut happens, this would definitely constitute as a jump cut, where he pops into place. You see some shadow, arm shifting, but barely any movement on the head. This would be ideal for Jump Cut Fixer ML. Even though this is Premiere Pro, this works the exact same way in all of the NLEs where Boris FX is found. Up in the effects panel, you can type in Jump Cut, and you will see BCC plus Jump Cut Fixer ML. Just drag that onto our cut right here. He's looking pretty smooth. If you were to watch this whole thing play back, it would hardly be noticeable. Now let's move on to the next one. As you'll notice again right here, our camera is locked off, making for a perfect opportunity to use the jump cut transition. So let's decide where we're gonna cut it. Let's say we wanna cut out where she gets really jiggly, waving her hands and rolling her eyes. Right before she starts using her hands, let's cut right here. And just as her hands drop, let's cut again and try to match her face on both screens. Lovely, it works. And now let's enter the hand talkers, my kind of people. In some cases, moving hands may not be that big of a deal if we can cut where he's holding his hands the same way, but here he clasps. Sometimes his hands are folded down, sometimes they're up, but let's show you what not to do. Let's add Jump Cut Fixer, and your next cut is where his hands are up in the air. You're gonna get some funky artifacts, but frankly put, this kind of cut is not advisable. The less movement, the better. So take, for example, this one right here, where his shoulders are higher in the next cut, and they're lower in the cut before. Notice that his face is relatively in the exact same position, and so are those fingers. When we drag BCC plus Jump Cut Fixer ML onto this clip, before we play it, I actually want to show you what happens when we shorten it significantly. Right as the playhead crosses this threshold, you see his shoulders pop up, just like that. If we zoom in, we can see it's just 1, 2, 3 frames. That transition is gonna look better if we stretch it out. But if we stretch it out too far, the odds of us noticing little artifacts increases, such as in the thumbs right here. So our goal would be to find the happy medium. Again, the less movement, the better. This way, that big jump where the shoulders move happens over a longer period of time, making it look a lot more convincing. And of course, with a clip that has dialogue, you want to make sure you're not transitioning over his talking. But if you needed to, try cutting on the S's, the consonants, instead of the vowels. Now let's give this one a shot. Our biggest challenge with this shot is the fact that it's on a slider. Okay, let's make our cut right here. We can already tell this won't be convincing. You see what looks like a time ramp, and various different artifacts appear around her person. So should you use it on a slider? No. Let's go to something simple. Not a lot of movement. Let's say we wanted to cut out something very small, with minimal audio to adjust. Here he smacks his lips, so let's start right here, move forward, and cut out that lip smack. You can see here is our cut. So this might be an ideal demo. Uh-oh, I do see an artifact on his right eye. This is an easy fix. The blink is pretty long and the transition is considering the blink when it's creating new frames. So let's shorten that cut on both ends. Here and here. Even though the jump is a little bigger, we cut further away from his blink. Let's try it again. And now you know when and where to use Jump Cut Fixer ML. Go to borisfx.com to get a free trial and see it work on your footage.